It's a man's first time on an airplane, but his seat was taken by a bare child. He wanted to talk to the stewardess, but he was taken into the first-class cabin. There's a bossy lady president here. She was being accosted by an old man. The woman couldn't stand it any longer. She dragged him to her seat. This 38-year-old female president wouldn't have thought she would fall in love with a poor 18-year-old boy. Then the woman ordered a cup of coffee from the stewardess. The boy said he wanted one too, but the stewardess said he came from the economy class. You can't use the first-class menu. This made the scene awkward for a while. Not long after that, a strong air current came. The plane suddenly lurched violently. The woman grabbed his hand out of fear, and the warmth of her hand. The young man's heart couldn't stop pounding. Soon the woman will get off the plane. The young man couldn't help but speak. It's lucky we didn't die together. That's an unusual way to talk to someone. It's just a bunch of useless talk. When the woman left, the guy realized the hard disk on the woman's computer had been left behind. The man immediately went after her, although he shouted from behind. But the man in the car didn't hear him at all. The two seemed to be drifting apart, but fate binds them together. She's a woman boss who's feared by everyone because her life is centered on her work. So people often say that she's a woman who doesn't know how to love. That night when the woman was working, finally realized that the hard disk that saved important information was lost. And just when she didn't know what to do, suddenly saw a note on the screen. There was a phone number on it. The woman dialed the number. The person who answered the phone was the young man who was on the plane. After getting the address, the woman quickly rushed there. He was waving at her from the crowd. He takes her into the bar. The noisy atmosphere of the bar makes the woman uncomfortable, but the guy was very happy, and he introduced this beautiful woman to his friends. The woman wants her hard drive back. The guy said he left it at home. He told the woman to go home with him to get it. The woman agreed to go with him, but she couldn't have imagined. His car was a pink scooter. It looked a little ragged. She was worried about the safety of the car. The guy assured her that he's an excellent rider. The woman hesitates for a while. She finally put on the helmet, but she realizes that she can't get the helmet to snap on. The boy offers to help her, but neither of the two noticed. This misleading angle was captured on camera by two girls in a bar and posted it on the internet. Soon the guy took her home. The room was a mess. The man searched under the table and finally found her missing hard drive. The woman just said thank you, and then she just left. The guy wanted to invite her for a cup of coffee because he was so nervous. He stumbled over his words. The woman told him, "Don't waste your time on me." Watching the goddess leave, it made him a little disappointed. Early the next morning, the woman just returned to the company, but found that the subordinates look at her seems to be different from the usual, as if they were hiding something from her. Even the old man cleaning the glass had greed in his eyes, until the receptionist took out a photo. The woman realized that yesterday's incident had been photographed and posted on the internet, and when the big boss of the company found out, even encouraged her. It's time to fall in love, but no one knew. It was just a misunderstanding. The woman told her best friend. She didn't expect her to say the same thing as her boss. Why don't you go on a date? Your miserable life and the way you work should have been changed a long time ago. The woman thought long and hard at home and finally took a brave step. The next morning, the once mid-conservative strong woman changed into a young and energetic outfit. No one would have guessed. This 38-year-old woman, the moment she walked into the university campus, she stunned a group of young men. Her confident steps and the charm she exuded made the passers-by fall in love with her, and the guy who couldn't get enough of her never thought that the goddess would come to him. She mesmerized the young man with a casual gesture. The woman asked for a tour of the campus. The man immediately agreed. The passers-by also cast envious glances at the woman's initiative. They finally learned each other's names. Annie invited him to the art show tonight. John gladly accepted.